Best broiler chicken farming practice, session 8. That is financial management and scaling your operation. Understanding your true costs and profit margins. Many broiler farmers have only a vague understanding of their actual production costs, making it impossible to price products appropriately, negotiate effectively with buyers, or make sound expansion decisions. Implementing proper financial management is essential for long-term sustainability and profitability. Start by calculating your comprehensive costs per kilogram of live weight produced, including all direct costs like chicks, feeds, medication, utility, labor, and any other, and indirect costs like housing, depreciation, equipment depreciation, land costs, administration, and transportation. Break down your costs into fixed costs, that is, costs that don't change with flock size, such as housing, investment, and permanent labor, and variable costs, like costs that increase with flock size, such as chicks, feed, and medications. Understanding this distinction is crucial for scaling decisions. As you increase flock size, fixed costs are spread over more birds, reducing costs per bird. This is economies of scale. However, variable costs increase proportionally. Therefore, calculate your break-even point, the flock size and selling price at which revenue exactly equals cost. Any production above break-even generates profit. Track your income and expenses meticulously for each production cycle. Use simple accounting software or even spreadsheets to record every expense and every revenue item. Categorize expenses so you can analyze cost structures. Review financial performance after each cycle, calculating key financial metrics including total revenue, total costs, gross profit, net margin, that is net profit divided by revenue times 100, and turn on investment, that is net profit divided by total investment times 100. Compare financial performance across cycles to identify trends and evaluate the impact of management changes on profitability. Cash flow. Let's look at cash flow management for sustainable operations. Even profitable broiler operations can fail due to poor cash flow management. Remember that broiler production requires substantial upfront investment, purchasing chicks and feed, which with no revenue until birds are sold 5 to 7 weeks later. Additionally, many buyers don't pay immediately but require 1 to 2 weeks credit terms. This creates significant cash flow strain, especially for growing operations. Therefore, plan your cash flow carefully to ensure you have adequate working capital to overcome multiple production cycles without depending on revenue from current flocks. Establish a cash reserve equal to at least 1.5 times the cost of complete production cycle. This reserve allows you to start new flocks even if payment from previous flock is delayed, and provides a financial cushion for unexpected expenses or performance problems. Build this reserve gradually by reinvesting profits rather than withdrawing all earnings. Many beginning farmers make the mistake of withdrawing profits too aggressively, leaving the business undercapitalized, and vulnerable to any setback. Negotiate favorable payment terms with suppliers while offering prompt prepayment discounts or building relationships that allow you to purchase on credit. Similarly, negotiate payment terms with buyers. While longer credit terms improve their cash flow, shorter terms improve yours. Consider requiring partial or full payment at delivery, or at least net 7 or net 14 terms rather than net 30 or net 45. Your cash flow improves dramatically when you reduce the time between incurring costs and receiving revenue. Let's look at strategic scaling and expansion planning. Once your operation is consistently profitable and you have mastered the management fundamentals, consider strategic expansion to increase income. However, expand carefully and systematically rather than making impulsive leaps that strain your management capacity and financial resources. A common expansion path is doubling flock size approximately annually, starting with 500 birds, then 1,000 birds, then 2,000 birds, then 4,000 birds, and so on. This measured approach allows you to develop management systems and resources gradually, while building financial reserves to fund expansion. Before expanding, ensure you have addressed 3 critical factors: adequate housing capacity, either existing and used capacity or construction of additional houses. 2. Reliable access to sufficient operating capital and adequate management bandwidth. The third factor is most often overlooked. Successfully managing 1,000 birds is fundamentally different from managing 10,000 birds, which requires more sophisticated system, often additional labor, and different time management. Therefore, expand only when you are confident that you can maintain your current performance level with larger flocks. Consider vertical integration as an advanced expansion strategy. This involves controlling multiple stages of the production chain of the production chain, such as operating your own hatchery, manufacturing your own feed, or operating your own processing facility. Vertical integration can increase profit margin by capturing margins at multiple stages, reduce dependency on external suppliers and buyers, and improve quality control throughout the chain. However, vertical integration requires substantial capital investment and management expertise in multiple business areas. Most successful vertically integrated operations involved gradually over many years rather than attempting everything simultaneously. Alternative expansion strategies include horizontal integration, that is increasing flock size at your current production scale. Geographic expansion, that is establishing production facilities in multiple locations to diversify risk and access different markets. Or product differentiation, which is moving into specialty markets such as organic, free range, or specific breed production that command premium prices. Evaluate expansion strategies based on your specific circumstances, resources, market opportunities, and personal goals. Let's look at best broiler chicken farming practices summary, and that is the pathway to tripling your farm income.